DJing in 2026 just doesn't feel like DJing anymore. We all know what it feels like to DJ. You step up to the decks, craft a sonic journey for your crowd, mix great blends, and have a good time with your craft. At least, that's what it was like for many of us years ago. However, nowadays, things have changed. Technology has made DJing more accessible than ever before. AI-powered software can create clean, simple transitions, advanced software can beat match for you, and controllers can be purchased without sacrificing your life savings. This means that nowadays, the barrier to entry is lower than ever. And as a result, we now have an oversaturated DJ industry, especially since virtually anyone can purchase a cheap controller and mix with AI or even with just their phone. Now, let me just say that for me, more DJs isn't necessarily a bad thing. With more creative minds on the landscape, more DJs can creatively express themselves. We've begun to see creative ways of transitioning and using gear that has far surpassed their intended intention. DJing now is insane because of the competition. However, this comes with one major caveat. Those who built their brand on solid song selection, great production, and overall solid DJing now feel like they're being left behind. Gone are the days when passion for mixing would fill your calendars and keep your career alive. Simply put, what used to work just doesn't cut it anymore. And that's why DJing doesn't feel like DJing anymore. Nowadays, to be a DJ, you can't simply do solid mixes and produce and call it a day. There are several other things that DJs do nowadays to make it in the industry. In addition to actually being good DJs, they also have to be good marketers, amazing content creators, incredible producers, and so on. And before you say, no, this is only for newbies and young ones, let me tell you that some veterans also do these things to stay in the game. Things like social media and content creation allow them to further build connections with their fans and put themselves on the radars of younger music enthusiasts and current club promoters and owners. And that radar makes all the difference. It's how you get the gigs coming. Now, don't get me wrong, having the clout and connections makes getting gigs and filling a room much easier than ever before. However, from the ground up, let's not forget that you still need to actually be a good DJ. Without actual skills, your career's momentum will come to a grinding halt, no matter how media savvy you are. We've seen our fair share of viral clips of influencer DJs absolutely crashing out at a high-profile gig. So yeah, we have our fair share of popular DJs who aren't actually good DJs. But to me, most of these guys are flashes in the pan. They'll headline a couple of nights, maybe get to perform on a stage at a festival, but can't sustain their career even if they still try to produce viral clips or routines. Skills overall are still very much a huge part of being a successful DJ. But funnily enough, as someone who's DJed all over the world and gotten gigs left and right, this is the part I work on the least nowadays. Most of my time is dedicated to making things happen behind the scenes. When I'm not doing gigs, I spend my waking hours crafting content, thinking of potentially viral ideas, creating routines and mixes, and editing all of that content for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. To be honest with you, I actually barely spend time practicing and getting good at mixing. Because, let's face it, you can only practice so much before you hit a threshold where you're happy with how you sound. In fact, when I started out, I fell into the notion that your DJ skills would perpetually carry your career. While it does have an impact on the overall longevity of your tenure, it won't keep you afloat forever. I took this paradigm to heart, and the result? After winning Red Bull Freestyle and placing third worldwide, I wasn't getting any gigs. But who were getting gigs? The DJ who were out there making connections, producing content, and showcasing their skills to a much wider audience. What I noticed, however, was that many of these DJs were doing simple blends and not all these crazy tricks and viral DJ tricks you'd see online. In essence, the old art of DJing is still very much alive in the club and bar sets. It just so happens that the entry point to becoming a working DJ is much higher nowadays. Getting your foot in the door takes more than just showing off a solid set of skills. And that is what convinced me to go into the world of content creation. I didn't just see this as an opportunity to showcase my skills, but as a way to connect to my fans as well. I started with a few quick routines, quick 1-minute videos, and at first, it was a slow ride, with videos lingering at 100 views. Then, everything changed when I made a DJ routine that actually got viral. Next thing I knew, I was being booked for festivals left and right. And the kicker? Sure, they wanted to see some of my viral routines, but most of the time, they just wanted to hear good music, solid blends, and just have a great time. And to add on to that, I also did tutorials, gear reviews, and videos just like this. And eventually, I found the rhythm of my career. So what am I getting at here? To become a successful DJ nowadays, you gotta be ready to do it all. DJing isn't just about mixing music anymore. It also entails building an identity for yourself to the world. So you'll need to know how to market yourself and build a name brand. You'll need to showcase what makes you stand out from the rest of the industry. A good name, a solid logo, the way you dress, the way you mix, your music choices, your energy in public, all of these will help contribute to your branding. DJs are no longer shucked off to a corner while piping out amazing mixes. They're front and center in the club, an icon for the dance floor to admire, and someone who the crowd can look to for a sonic connection. If they like what they see and hear, then it's virtually guaranteed that they'll remember that you helped craft one of the best nights of their lives. But it goes beyond that. Creating content for social media helps push your reach beyond just the dance floors. Showcasing your skills can help you reach your audiences from other cities, provinces, and maybe even other countries. Your content can help you touch base with promoters and club owners from all over and build connections with key people in the industry from everywhere. And this especially goes hand in hand with being a solid business person and networker. Don't forget that DJing isn't just playing music and having fun. It's honestly a full-time job and livelihood for many. So, touching base and networking with other DJs, promoters, club owners, and key folk in the industry goes a very long way. Being a good business person also means you'll have to be responsible when forging your career. Don't undersell yourself. Read your contracts, make sure you're getting a good deal when making bookings, and these are all things to remember when you're agreeing to DJ. Now, I know it might seem like a lot to take in, but I guarantee you that the payoff is worth it. So yeah, DJing doesn't feel like DJing anymore simply because it's so much more than just mixing two songs together. A DJ simply isn't just an individual who can mix anymore, but more so, a recognized individual who creates experiences and crafts content for their audience, be it mixes, videos, and even better, music. The art of DJing is still there. Perfectly mixing two well thought out songs is never going to go away. But on top of that, it's evolved to suit the times, and its horizons have expanded beyond what it used to be. So if you want to succeed in this oversaturated cutthroat industry, as much as I hate to say it, you gotta be making content and be really good at marketing yourself. And that is it. But do you agree with me or not? Let me know your opinions down below, and if you guys want to level up your skills even further, check out this video next.